Welcome to the Metalstacks South Texas Golf Podcast. As usual, your host, Andy Torres, right here. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight here. We have our last episode of year 2024 right here. Got a great show for you tonight. Now, tonight, I am going to be showing y'all a few videos, several of the podcasts we have right here from our favorites right here. I got guys chirping, but why is it that everybody always side texts me? Don't side text me, guys. Just give it to me straight right here. Just give it to me straight. Right here. Got guys side texting me. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining the show. Episode 124 right here. As usual, right here, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors right here and a host right here. Metalstacks, Precious Metals Collectors Club right here. I want to thank Gold sponsor and FOREBROS Tour member Brad Eischens with Metalstacks. Metalstacks is a precious metal collectors club that has the lowest pricing for gold and silver coins, rounds, bars online. They offer 3 different options. You can purchase silver and gold at retail. You can join the club and purchase precious metals at either wholesale or at cost. Or third, you can join Brad's team where you can earn free silver, unlimited retail commissions, and bonuses up to $16,000 per week. Now, if you've never seen the show, or this is your first time watching the show, I only like to make relationships and connections with people that I trust. And Brad Eischens, an independent retailer, seller right here with Metalstacks Precious Metal Collectors Club, is somebody that I trust, somebody that you can trust too. All you got to do right here is text at 210-274-5894. All you got to do is text him. Nothing is OB right there. Reach out to Brad for more info. You can hit him up on his website at www.msbrad.com or hit him up on his Facebook page. Brad is one of the best people out there, and he will take care of you. He will not do you wrong. That's Brad Eischens with Metalstacks, a gold sponsor of the Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast, and I truly appreciate your support, Brad. Thank you so much, brother. All right, and also we'd like to thank my presenting sponsor right here, FOREBROS Golf Tour. FOREBROS Tour, never golf alone again. If you don't have a home, FOREBROS Tour has a home for you. We got an amazing event coming up right here on New Year's Eve, held at beautiful Fort Sam Golf Course right there. We're going to be playing at the Loma Club. Next big event will be on February 3rd. That is a one-man scramble out at the beautiful Fort Sam La Loma Golf Course. Make sure you hit us up on Unknown Golf and check out our Facebook page, FOREBROS Tour, Never Golf Alone Again. Also, we have our big FOREBROS, first annual FOREBROS Tour Cup coming up here on January 6th and 7th to be held at first day at La Loma, out there at Fort Sam, and on Sunday, singles matches to round everything up at the beautiful Alisatian Golf Club. Thank you guys for your support. Whew, man, right there. All right. That was a little rough right there for me. Got to pay some bills right there. Also, right here, the last thing right here we're going to do right now is recognize some great people. Please check out Bad Golf Brand. Hit up my friends, Luis and Michelle. They are out of Laredo, right here, Laredo, Texas. Man, some great threads right here. Some great people that I made a great connection with out there at Laredo. We had a chance to play the Laredo Country Club, thanks to my boy, the head golf professional out there, Richie Rubio. Man, there's some great people. Luis and Michelle are doing some great things. Please support Bad Golf Brand Golf Apparel. There's some great people, some great clothing at a reasonable price. They're at Cedar Creek. They're held at Cedar Creek, and also they're online. Make sure you hit them up at badgolfbrandapparel.com. All right, guys, let's get right into the show right here. I got a great show right here. I got a banger for you right there. John Bluck, got John Bluck. Did you win? Did I win? Also, we're going to be giving away a round of 4. And I had a pro shop manager, Robert Vasquez, also throw in a round for 2. And again, these golf rounds that are free that I'm giving out to you, there's no fees, no restrictions. Man, guys, it's just great. Thank you so much to Robert Vasquez, and I'll be giving out a round of 4 and a twosome with no fees. Right there, my dude, Joe Badetta. Thanks so much for your support. Paul Sharp, Brad Eischens is a solid dude. He's a great dude, great person. Thank you, Brad, for your friendship right here. You paid all the bills with that one. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in right here. I got 5 episodes that we're going to review, and it's just a little clips. It's 5 to 6, 7 minutes. Some may be a little bit longer for our 5 most watched episodes of the year. Now, I'm sorry, guys, not everybody made the cut. I apologize, not everybody made the cut. But right here, we're going to kick off our first one right here. Our first episode is episode 117 right here. This is our boy, Mike Osman and Jeremiah Sierra. This is a FOREBROS tour collaboration with Nothing is OB Golf Podcast. We talk about protecting the field. It's tournament season time. So tune in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, kudos to Robert, kudos to Brandon. Hey, it just seems like every time we go out there, Loma is looking better and better, and the vibes of that place, man, it kind of gives you that old school golf feel, right? That I think the city's kind of losing.
Oh, you can't beat that, man. I mean, we started off shotgun at 7:30. We were done at 11, and we played like 4 more holes. You know, Andy was there, and we did a $20 buy-in.
We kept having to go hole to hole because, man, it's two tie all time. Two tie all time.
And being home by 3:00, 3:30 was fucking awesome, you know. So you can't beat that. $50, green fee, burger, drink, fries, shit, range balls.
Damn. Hey, it was good. Hey, but we had let's kick this show off right. We had a discrepancy out there.
Yeah, we did. You know, so we had discrepancy. We had a group come in. You know, they originally told us they were, 14 handicaps. We thought we had the right verification, and apparently we didn't. But So anyways, we dropped them down to a 10 total team handicap. 10 total. And they came in with a net -24 and a -11 or 12, gross. And A flight gross came in at -6. So, and they were in C flight. But I kept on looking at that scorecard and I was like, man, it just kept on pissing me off even more and more. And then it wasn't just like it was sandbagging. I think it was just one, those charity tournaments, you're like, hey, I'm gonna keep on hitting multiple mulligans or fuck this. Hey, just put a birdie on the scorecard.
It's for the kids, bro. It's for the kids.
Yeah. So as a group, as the board, which we never done that before, we usually, like, hey, suck it up, pay their gross, fuck it. They're never invited again. No, we just gave them back their money and said farewell, no longer welcome back. And, we did the right thing by protecting the field. And that's what we're going to do going forward. I felt good by the end of the day, knowing that it's like if somebody fucking punched you and you went home and you're like, fuck, man, I didn't do nothing about it. I would have been pissed. But I felt good when I went home. I was like, all right, these fuckers not going to get our money. But,
yeah, it's just about trying to keep integrity in the group too for moving forward. Because the last thing we want to do is lose members or lose, people that are coming out to play and want to have a competitive round. I mean, we're playing for, we ain't playing for cookies. We're not playing for brownies, whatever. Like, we're playing for real money here. And, the least we can do as a board is try to keep it as fair and balanced as we can. And if there's some issues out there, we're going to address them. We're going to address them quick so it doesn't spiral out of hand to where all of a sudden, we might have new members that show up and then they're, going on some of the forums on Facebook or whatever, talking smack about us, how, you can just tell them whatever you want for your handicap and you'll get away with it, go win a few $100s and just hit it and run. So that's the last thing we're trying to do. And it's all about, just being open with everyone. We said, look, we're just going to, we gave them back their money, said, hey, thanks for coming out. But, basically you're not welcome back. I mean, you get a chance to come play with us. We're fairly, face first, open group. And if you can't be honest with what your handicap is, I mean, how can we trust you, when we're playing for that much money? This ain't nickels and dimes.
If you get kicked out of FOREBROS, you got some problems, guys.
Yeah, well, okay. All right. So in all fairness, for those of you at home, this is FOREBROS. What is it? We talked about the other day. It's like FOREBROS 4.0. All right. We've broken off, and we like to think that just like Brad, collecting these precious metals, we like to think we're a precious gem, like FOREBROS 4.0, FOREBROS Tour, whatever you want to call us. We have, come to where we're at now because of some things, right? And Maya has left the group and come back several times. He's treated us like an ex-girlfriend. He's broke up, he's made up.
I've kicked my own self out a couple of times.
You know what? And that's the thing too. If you haven't gotten kicked out at least once, are you a real member? I mean, really, exactly. Right? Like, are you a real member?
Yeah. And I like how when I play with guys and like, yeah, you kicked me out about a year ago. Oh, did I?
Hey,
welcome back, bro.
But then you tell him that sounds about right.
That sounds right. Hey, but like I was like, come on, dude. Like, hey, there's cheating and there's like, goddamn, hey, sprinkle in a bogey, something.
Yeah, it's like I think all
they had 10 straight, right? 10 straight birdies.
It was like
Casey Carnes listened to the show. A 3-hand. What is it? He's like, I'm a 3. I mean, plus 3. Like Casey Carnes, 10 straight birdies. Get out of here.
These motherfuckers weren't even like shy about it. They stayed there. Like, yeah, we shot.
The thing was too is they were like
one
60,
had a
65
breathing
years
mask
old.
with an air tank on.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
but in all fairness, it was NOS. It wasn't oxygen. It was NOS.
It must have been NOS, man. Motherfuckers, like, god damn. But
right there. I hope y'all enjoyed that. All right, Jeremiah Sierra, I'm gonna kick someone out before the end of the year. All right, with one to grow on, right? With one to grow on, Maya. That was a great episode. That was a great talk about protecting the field. And that is one thing we do at FOREBROS Tour. We protect our field. We protect our members. And just in case y'all do not know anything about FOREBROS, we take 0 fees. We take 0 pizza, 0 beer. We take 0 from our group. We are a member first organization. All right, guys. And our next one right here, I think I'm going to have to try to work a little bit of magic right here. Next up right here, we have episode 96 with our man Rudy J out here. He is an ESPN personality. He's a morning host for the morning show, the R&R in the morning for San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 or ESPN 94.1 Sports Star right here. Let's go ahead and let's bring out the episode right here, clip with Rudy J. I do love Lock and Terror because, hey, I'm a kid at heart, so I love to see
So which one is open? The Palmer's closed though, right?
Palmer is closed, right? It's just the resort course that is open.
You're too good to play the resort, Andy. If you're going out to the resort, you stroking your ego. Stroking your ego. It's too wide open for somebody that's an 11.
I'm a hat golfer. No, it's tough. It's quirky, but you know what?
No, the Palmer was narrow. Like
yeah,
I understand the Palmer,
yeah.
But the resort is too wide open for somebody that's an 11.
But you know what?
Dog.
My golf game is like a box of chocolates.
No,
hey,
not if you're an 11.
You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, so I would say I would say those 3 I really like, and you know what? One of my buddies is a member at Oak Hills. There you go. Look, Andy thought is sandbagging. They always say that because I always leave with a little cash, right? I'm a great Dave Roberts. You know Dave Roberts, right? The godfather of golf right here, Dave Roberts.
Shout out to Dave.
From Texas Golf Insider, right? My man.
Yes, absolutely.
And you know what? I'm not a sandbagger. I just never give up on every hole. Like I'm telling you, like my golf game is just an example of my life.
You sound like a sandbagger.
I just never give up.
You even sound like a sandbagger. But Oak Hills, isn't that private? Who gets you on out there?
It is. I can't tell you. Tell you. But let me know when you're ready, and I'll get you on. But it's got to be through the back entrance, though. You got to go with me to the service.
You owe me one. You owe me Have you played Fair Oaks?
Oh yeah, I played both of them.
See, the thing about Fair Oaks is those people got different money. Everybody has a golf cart garage.
Yeah, they do. It's intimidating.
What the hell's going on out here?
Well,
but no.
I'm gonna let
there's
you know.
There's a lot of good courses in San Antonio, man. When I saw this question on the rundown, I was like, you can't ask me that.
It's my show. I can, you know.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're right.
Well, all I'm saying is, okay, look. So I'm one of these guys that I know a lot of members everywhere, and so like I'll go out there and I'll chip and I'll putt and I hit, and they ask me, they're like, hey, by chance, you know, you just gotta. It's just kind of like The Walking Dead. You kind of just gotta walk along with the zombies, right? You just gotta kind of, hey, act like you belong, right? And if by chance somebody says something, I just throw a member's name. Hey, I'm meeting this member out here to for a round. They're like, oh, okay,
You that guy?
Yeah, I'm that guy. I am that guy.
I don't blame you. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay, favorite stogie. What's one of your favorite stogies to smoke out in the course?
Well, I won't. There's no name. It's just when you're playing. I think golf is a different stogie. Golf, you want the stogie that's gonna have some legs. So you're gonna want a 60 ring, a little bit longer, just something that's gonna last you. You know what I mean? You don't want to. You're not gonna smoke a Robusto on the golf course unless you plan on smoking 3 or 4 sticks. You don't want to smoke a Robusto. You don't want to smoke a Lancero out there. You want to smoke probably, like I said, about a 60 ring. You know what I mean? Churchill.
Yeah,
just something that you could put it, you can put out every now and then, and it may last you 9. You know what I mean? I don't want to smoke more than 2 cigars out there. So
I
I'm
agree.
smoking the bigger ring and a little bit longer. So there's not a specific cigar, even though I'm a huge Finks 1893 guy, because it's like more of my everyday smoke type thing. It's not too expensive, but it's still a good smoke. So as you see, I'm rocking the 1911 shirt, the cigars I get from out there. But when I'm on the golf course, it's not about which brand as much as it's about something that I like, that I enjoy smoking, and something that's going to have some legs, and it's going to last me 7 to 9 holes, so I don't have to smoke all day.
I agree. And normally when I do that, it's on 10, right? Or it's on 8, it's on 9, right? It's something towards the end that it's going to kind of, it's going to last me a good while. And plus, I'm a Perdomo guy. I
like the Perdomo.
20th anniversary, that's kind of like my go-to, right? Or even champagne, the 10th anniversary champagne.
And that's the champagne is a go-to on the course only because it's not going to put you on your ass, and you're not going to feel dizzy. It's not too strong. It's actually pretty mild, but it's still a good smoke for the course.
What's one of your favorite libations out there on the course?
Libations. You know what, man? I'm not the biggest drinker on the golf course because it does affect me. If on the golf course, I'm more of a beer guy than I am liquor. Like normally I'm a liquor guy, right? I'm a liquor guy naturally. Like I don't really like drinking beer because it makes me sleepy. But on the golf course, I do beer because, I can maintain, I can still feel like myself. I don't feel like I'm standing over the ball, woozy. So unless like, we're at hole 10 and I'm already at 110, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is a lot of times.
Right here,
Fireball, good Lord. Remind me to never play with Dave Roberts. If he's pulling out Fireball on the golf course, I'm out there just to have a good time. I'm not out there really trying to win.
It's like, you know what? Dave must not have shit to do if you're but they say, okay, so this is a lot of times after somebody gets a birdie, they say you have to have birdie juice, right? Like everybody's got to take a shot. And
well, see, I'm not playing with people that get birdies.
So
we would never drink any Fireball.
Neither am I. So I'm good, right? So I'm good. Here, buttery nipples.
Who does that? Who drinks a buttery nipple on the golf course? Like, where are these people at? Where do I find these guys? I need to play with these guys because
I'm telling you, okay,
a good time.
Buttery nipples. FOREBROS. Hey, never golf alone, man. We got a home for you, dude. FOREBROS are just some golf hoes. All right, that's it.
So how do I join? Like, what do I got to do? Do I got to get jumped in? Do y'all got to beat me up?
In. Yeah, you're in.
What do I got to do? I want to be in. First of all, let me tell you something. I didn't know how this was going to go. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
No shit.
We've been trying to do this for a long time. I didn't know how this is going to go. Dude, this is so fun. I don't get to talk golf. I don't get to talk just because golf, like this is, let me tell you this, as a black man, right? I didn't know when I first went out there, and I know you got to go, so I'm going to be quick.
No, you're good.
I didn't know how I would be accepted, right? I had these preconceived notions on the sport and if I would be welcome. Let me tell you something, man. 99% of the people you run into on the golf course are awesome. Everybody says hello. everybody again. Now you got your few guys that are buttholes. That's natural. That's just life, right? That's just life. You got a few guys, whatever. But I didn't expect it to be what it was, and for people to be like, this one of the places where you can leave your stuff. Nobody's going to steal your stuff. If anything, they're going to turn it in. Everybody's speaking. Everybody's asking how you shooting, what you're smoking. Do you need a beer? Do you need? It's one of the most cool places and cool things that I'm glad that I became a part of. Because again, I had these preconceived notions that it wasn't for me, and it wasn't for my name wasn't Tiger Woods, so I didn't think I'd be accepted. And it was the complete opposite. So, for me, I don't know who to thank, but for whoever it is I need to thank for me starting the game and me getting out there, man. It's awesome to be out there, and everybody's out there for the same reasons. Everybody's trying to get better, and everybody's out trying to get out the house. It's been an awesome experience for me just taking up the sport, and I love it, man. I love it. And that's why this was a good time, because I don't get to just chop it up with the guys that, we weekend guys, we like to play, we like to get out there. So this was fun, man. This was fun.
Well, I'm so thankful to have you on the show, because like I said, man, I got to bump into you in the line, at the porta potty at the UTSA game to get you on the show, man. I got to hunt you down,
I know you don't.
And so I'm telling you, but the funny thing is when I was like, man, that's Rudy J. And then I went up to this other guy who was rocking like a UTSA shirt, and he was bald and he had sunglasses on too, and he had a beard. And I was like, Rudy. And I was like, oh, that's not Rudy. I was like, Rudy's over here. And I was like, damn. I was like, you know what?
Are you serious, though?
Yeah, I'm being serious. But you know what? A lot of people tell me I look like a lot of people, but from behind. Like from behind.
I got you. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so you know what? I've always wanted the show to be like an extension, like we're in the golf cart. It's just a twosome right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's so cool, man. Like, again, sometimes you go up to the tee box and it's just 2 or 3 of y'all, and they add someone, and you're like, gosh, damn it, why would they do this to us? And then the guy's cool.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And then you got a friend for life. Like, man, I love golf and what it means to all of us, and the camaraderie and the people you meet, and just the vibe, man. I love it. I love it. So, this was awesome. This was an awesome experience. A better experience than I thought, for sure.
And that's great to hear, man. I got a few comments right here. Here you go. It's blood in, blood out. That's
yes.
Yes. Hey, my friends call me Big Al. All right, Big Al.
It's but the one an older gentleman told me one time, and this is what I've rolled with ever since. It's torturous pleasure. It's torturous pleasure, man. Like,
my dog Rudy J right there. Rudy J from R&R in the Morning, San Antonio sports star, one of the best media personalities out there. Andy Torres is sexy. Ooh, thank you. I think it's my Bad Brand golf shirt right here and my On Par hat right here. I have to turn it around because the shadow is just covering me right there. On Par Golf official FOREBROS first annual Black versus Gray FOREBROS Tour Cup polo provider from our man Ray Garzett, On Par Golf Apparel. The man right there, Ray. But I got to turn it around right there. I gotta flex that. I gotta flex that flamingo right there. You look gangster. I'm trying. I don't know if I can put that. I look gangster. That's the look I'm going for right there. That is the look I'm going for right there. Okay, right here. Next episode we have right here, one of the most, if not the most watched episode or viewed episode right here, episode 109. Right here, 109, with Director of Marketing Ruben Caravale and Second in Command Kevin Molyneux from the Alamo City Golf Trail. Now, this was in response to their town hall meeting they had earlier in the year with some of our concerns as patrons, and as to why they didn't have they sponsor a couple shows. They sponsor the Andy Everett Golf Show on every Saturday morning at 8 p.m. I think that's when it comes on. And they sponsor the Texas Golf Insider with our guy, Dave Roberts, the Golf Father, and Mike Ratchman. So this is in response to that. And a couple questions that some people asked. This was probably the most viewed episode of 2023 right here. Let's bring it on. And I'm so thankful for Loma City Golf Trail, for Ruben and Kevin being on the show and being great sports. Y'all sponsor, and this is, a question that has been on my mind, right? Y'all sponsor the Texas Golf Insider. Y'all sponsor the Andy Everett Golf Show. Is there a particular reason why none of them were there and to kind of help in this or cover this? Because I mean, you know what? Everybody can be a keyboard cowboy. It's easy to sit on this side. It is. It's easy to sit on the side and just type. It is. And you know that, Ruben, from dealing with, everything. And Kevin, you know that because you had to put out one of my fires too, and a fire that somebody else started. And so is that something that maybe came up and just didn't take shape?
As far as what? I wasn't
that you have the Texas Golf Insider, you have Andy Everett, right. you have these shows that y'all sponsor. Is there a particular reason why they kind of weren't a part of this? Because I think, man, that's great. I think David might do an awesome job. And they had Andrew on the next night. It would have been nice to kind of touch on some of this, and then Andy's on what is it, every Saturday morning. And sure. I think for for your customers, I think that would have been something great, because you have these guys that have been doing it for so long.
I agree with you, and it's probably my fault, as the director of marketing to have done that. However, like I said, when we first started, we really didn't know what to expect. I wasn't really sure what it was going to be like. Ultimately, I woke up in a cold sweat thinking this is going to be San Antonio Golfers Group, and there's going to be pitchforks and torches, and I didn't know what to expect. So you really, we were happy that people did show up, but we were hoping that more would have showed up and actually would have, been able to communicate this. But ultimately, I think it did help us understand that, people are very passionate about golf. We know that. I'm passionate about golf as well, obviously. I changed careers to get into the golf business. So I think that, this isn't the last one we're going to have for sure. I think it was eye-opening for us on multiple levels to get in front of people. I'm a big proponent of reaching out to people and being open and honest, and communications is key. And I think that it's important for people to understand, that there's two sides to every story. And, one of the things I had talked about with Andrew specifically was, it was important for me. I didn't get a chance to, maybe I just got a little nervous about being out there, but I want to tell people and list the companies people that work for us. And when I say us, from Joe to Jake, Joe Nunez, our controller, Jake Snyman, our director of agronomy, Kevin Molyneux, who's on this call with us, and Andrew Peterson. I'm going to just list off some places that these people have worked. So there's Barton Creek, UT Club in Austin, the Hyatt Hill Country, Canyon Springs, San Antonio Country Club. Let's see, where else? Metro West in Florida. There's been just a ton of places. So I really wanted to let people know that where some of the people that work for the Loma City Golf Trail and management, where they've worked. So to get people understanding that people do actually know what a good golf course experience is. And me being a golfer for 30 some odd years, I'm well aware of what a good facility looks like and what a bad facility looks like. There are some golf courses in town that I just won't play after having a bad experience. And I argue, and I also fight from the customer's perspective. So the town hall meeting, I think, was a great idea on Andrew's part, and I think that it was important to communicate as much as possible to people and be open, because we are stewards for the game, and also we want as many citizens of San Antonio to play golf. So it's in our best interest to be open and honest. And I think things like the customer, the course care calendar and announcing as much as possible. That's my responsibility. And I think it's valuable.
Now, I wanted to we've got a lot of questions and comments. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I would appreciate it if you did, answer the ones that I present and post right here. Why do you think during COVID, when people were walking, played in under 4 hours and you were busy. Now with carts, it takes like 5.
I can take that, Kevin, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, this is the
Okay.
this is the Ruben show tonight,
Yes.
guys.
Well,
Yeah,
no. I watch. I'm really concerned on both sides of the play. I put myself in the customer's shoes, and like in the meeting, you saw that I showed you some car traffic on Almost Basin, and what you see, they're all over the place. And what you see, and I think it's a combination. Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. We see so many new golfers, and so many golfers that don't know that it's okay for you to not watch the guy hit that's in the cart riding with you and then drive to your ball, that you can go to your ball, you can drop them off with a couple clubs. And those kind of things, they're kind of lost in the new golfer. That whole process of, keeping, taking an 8 and move on to the next hole. I've watched guys at Brack take 4 shots off the first tee. The first one's in the 3rd fairway. The second one's in the 9th fairway. I've seen guy hit one all the way to the 4th fairway and then drop it on the ball and hit it again and again and again. And I think what's happening is that you have large groups or a significant number of new golfers that just don't have anybody to show them the ropes or to tell them like, hey, that's enough. Pick up the ball. We're not going to even keep score. Because I've asked around, how did you learn how to play golf? How did you know how to rake a bunker? How did you find out how to fix your divot or fix a ball mark? And it usually is kind of peer pressure. But when all 4 people are new golfers, that's all lost. So, and people are looking at, if you've taken COVID as an example, people are looking at golf as kind of an escape, and they're kind of milking it for all it's worth.
Let me get my money's worth, right? Like no, I'm going to get, I paid $85 or $64, right? Or $65, right? From from using your loyalty points. So it's like, hey, I'm going to get every single penny, right? I'm going to get every single penny's worth of this round right here. All right. So some more good questions right here. And I think Ruben knows this gentleman very well, Mike Osman. When we talk about the increase in the number of rounds that the trail courses have had and that impacted the condition of the courses, can you help us understand how Northern Hills, even with its increase in foot traffic, hasn't seen the sample impact on conditions? It's always in great shape.
Kevin, you want to take this one?
I can start it and you can finish it. I know you can speak on it better than I can. So one of the things I would say is the water. They're on a well system, which is separate than all our other facilities, except for Cedar Creek's also on a well. But so they have different water than the rest of our golf courses. And I would say prior to COVID, it was probably around 30,000 rounds, and now it's at 60,000 rounds. So it hasn't had the history of the 50 or 60,000 rounds like some of the other golf courses. And then again, the team there, the maintenance team there, they have all been there for a very long time. So they know that property more than anyone, where if we were to hire a new team or bring a different team over there, they wouldn't be able to operate that golf course the way that our current team can. So I think it has a lot to do with a number of those factors, but I think that the maintenance team, they know what they're doing, and they don't really have to be told to do anything. They know exactly what to do, and they do it really well.
And that's the thing I think I've seen too, is that Mission has just become a course that is very well managed. I think, and I think his name is Clint, right? Or is it Clint, right?
Yes.
And from what I hear, like he's the superintendent and the general manager.
And the head pro. Yeah.
How is that possible? Like, dang, and that guy's rocking out there. That course is in great shape.
Yeah, he's doing great. And a year ago, we probably weren't saying the same things. Mission historically hasn't always been the best. The fairways have always been the best, but that's probably because they have less traffic. But Clint's done a great job. I think that he knew that he was going to get more traffic when Riverside closed down, and he certainly has. But the golf course tee to green is probably the best that it's been in over 20 years, I bet.
Agreed.
Now, would you say, oh man, it's amazing? Would you say that maybe Ray Garza and On Par Golf and running Rock and G Grill out there has anything to do with some of that improvement? Because I think it does. It's better.
Yeah, they've been a great partner. I think that they're part of that factor. They bring in good golf instruction and good food and beer. We've got a lot of compliments about his operations, and it certainly added value to that property.
Now, in that regards, you have the renovations of Riverside. I mean, this is somebody asked me. I played in Houston the other day, and somebody asked me because they come down from Houston always to play with our golf group, and they asked me, "What is your favorite course in San Antonio?" And I kind of froze. Like I really froze, right? Because I'm a lover of just golf. And I had to say, at Riverside because of, that was the first course that I would go to when I was younger with my dad and uncles, right? And it has a lot of, it's nostalgic. It's got a lot of, like sentimental value because not that I played, I rode in the cart. My dad and uncles would place me over the fence over there by 6, to tea time to bring back some beers way back when. I mean, I'm 43 years old, and I was like, those are my earliest memories of the golf course, right? Oh, man. Always some good stuff, right? Some good stuff from the gallery right here. Man, right here. We got Esteban. I played it during the interview right here. Mike is famous around the trail. Mike is famous in and out of the trail. That is the Pokemon master himself, Mike Osman, right there. Proud to have him as one of our FOREBROS board members right here. Right here, guys, before we continue right here, I'd like to also thank Oakberry Golf Apparel. I'd like to thank my boy Mark Villagomez out here. He was out here last week. We got to get in a secret round out there at a secret course out here in San Antonio. So thankful for Oakberry and Mark Villagomez for being the hat provider for the first annual FOREBROS Tour Cup Black versus Gray Ryder Cup style match right here. Jeremiah Sierra, Mike Osman Golf Reviews. Yeah, it's on the, what is it? It's on the brown web, or it's on the brown web, right? It's the really, really back pages right there. All right, guys. Also, we got right here from Scott Williams, played Mission del Lago today. It was in fantastic shape. Greens are so sweet. It is looking tremendous. It is tremendous. Clint is doing an amazing job right there. My hope is that even with Riverside opening up here within the next month, next year in January of 2024, is that people continually go out there and check out the great things that Clint has done out there with the pro shop, has done with the customer service, has done with the course, and to our man Ray Garza from On Park Golf, who is tearing it up out there, giving out great quality instruction to adults, to junior golfers, and providing a great service out there to the area out there on the far south side with the Rockin' G Grill. Man, thank you, Ray, for your friendship, for your leadership. I think you're an amazing partner for the tour, and you've really upped the game and upped the value of Mission del Lago. Right here. It's Rockin' G Grill, not Rockin' J, Rockin' Jeremiah. It rocks Jeremiah several times when he's getting his ass whooped by Rudy out there. Rockin' G Grill, best burgers in town. And my complaint to Ray has been that there's too much food. If it's before a round, man, you're falling asleep out there. If it's after a round, you better call an Uber out there. Ray, keep doing some great stuff, man. You and your staff are tearing things up. All right, next up right here, we have our man right here, my main man, Matt Janella. Matt Janella was on an episode 122nd. All right. Now, Matt Janella was talking about Liv. He's talking about Rom, who his favorite golfer is. And he's been in the golf game for close to 30 years. He started out at Sports Illustrated, worked a good amount of years as the travel guy for the Golf Channel, the Golf Network. Had the privilege to go out there and play with him and John Ashworth from Ashworth Golf Clothing Company, the owner of the owner of Link Soul, and the proprietary owner out there at Goat Hill Park out there in beautiful Oceanside, California, right outside of San Diego. He talks about the state of golf. This week is that John Rahm to live. And I think for me, personally, is that it seems like everything changed on June 6th. When Jay, kind of took the deal. And what are your thoughts on all this live and things of that nature?
It's an absolute dumpster fire. And professional golf has been run over by a bottomless pit of money. Honestly, how do you compete with that? I don't, Jay Monahan declined the idea of meeting with Yasir and meeting with the Saudis and that didn't go over well with them, and so they dug in and decided that, you know what, they stole the PGL playbook. They were gonna partner with the Premier Golf League, and you know, ultimately took that playbook. They're running that playbook, you know, and the minute, you know, the hypocrisy, there's layers of the hypocrisy. So what Jay said about that, you know, rival league, and then the leaders, and then using the 9/11, you know, families to sort of posture and position against this rival league in the Saudis. And meanwhile, a lot of the sponsors do business with the Saudis, and the U.S. does business with the Saudis, and kind of poked hole on that sort of defense system. And it's just been this one big giant sort of slow, dull crumble into where we are now. And it bums me out. But again, I don't think the PGA Tour was playing fair in the first place. Mickelson had pointed, you know, some of those things out, that the PGA Tour was exploiting its, you know, its players, and they were doing what they were doing to control media and the narrative, and, you know, not forthcoming. They're not a transparent, you know, company in the first place with the, you know, if you know, the word I'm looking for is, sorry about that, but like the fines, right? If Dustin Johnson gets fined, what is he fined for? Or what when he goes away from the tour, was it drugs, or was it something else, or what? You know, they were kind of running their own little insular, you know, institution, and this came along and exposed a lot of how the players didn't necessarily have a voice or have a say, or how they were being exploited. So in the end, Andy, as we sit here at the end of 2023, I hope for, you know, kind of as it relates to the game of golf, professional golf sorts this out. I hope they can come to some sort of agreement. In the meantime, I've written them off. I really don't care about men's professional golf. I will, you know, I will tune into the major championships to see a collection of the best players battle it out and decide who was best over the course of those 4 days at that particular venue. I am a fan of the Ryder Cup. I think there would be you know, I think the President's Cup is a bad product, and I think they need to improve that. I think we saw something along the lines of a mixed event, and men's and women, and making that global and making that a new version of the President's Cup would be really cool. I think an event in which, you know, you pit the Live versus the PGA Tour, and Tiger versus Phil as captains. That would be very interesting, you know, and then ultimately you can have a Live and a PGA Tour sort of under some global umbrella of what golf could look like, in which players are playing on both tours and playing for teams. I mean, sort it out, work it out amongst yourselves. In the meantime, thankfully, us as golfers, we have our own game. We have our Goat Hill Parks, or our old Brackenridges, and, you know, we have our, you know, Coronados, and we have our Winter Park Nines. I mean, you know, that to me is what my golf is. My favorite player is me, in the sense that I'm always trying to work on my game. You know what I mean? Like I'm grinding out. You know, my favorite player right now is my 6-year-old son, watching him, you know,
he's a stud
down the fairways and trying.
He's a stud, man.
I mean,
hey, that kid's a stud, man. You know what? He made me want to go out there and get the putter that stands up too. All right. I was like, man, he's got a touch around the green.
He's outgrown that one already. He's already outgrown that one.
Well, you know what? That means it's perfect height for me then.
I'll send it to you.
And you know, you're right. Now his boy Bandon Janela, named after Bandon Dunes, he's got to be a golfer, right? He's got to be a golfer. He had that putter that stands up like this, and I mean, this dude's 6 years old, out there at Goat Hill. Man, this dude is like 20, 30 foot putts. This guy is like, I don't know. He didn't drain too many, but man, he was right there. He read the green perfectly, but he would set up his putter and it stood out this way. Man, great kid. Had a hell of a time. I'm so thankful. In that episode, in episode 122, we talked a little smack because I got a little bit of him and John Ashworth's money from a 2-man game, and so out there at Goat Hill, and he said he was going to make his way to San Antonio to get some of that money back. Great talk. I love. He had some bold takes in regards to live and the state of the professional game, which he has been hammered. I think I listened to several other PGA podcasts and professional golf podcasts, and he's getting hammered out there. And I don't think he minds at all because he is the people's champ in regards to the everyday golfer that has just had the pleasure to play in so many countries and so many states. But I'm happy and I'm thankful to have him on the show. He's been a great voice, a great advocate for golf, a lover of golf. And thank you, Scott, because he was a great show. He was a great show, a great guest. Took some hard takes that maybe some other people are afraid to take, especially being golf media and out there, not to step on any toes. And I appreciate his takes and his responsibility that he feels that he owes to the game of golf. And he's one of the givers and not a taker. Thank you, Tyler. Love your podcast and all the inside info on San Antonio golf world. Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast. Thank you, my man. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate always you commenting and your support, brother. Right here, Paul Sharp. I like his take on both tours. Y'all know, I definitely agree. I mean, but he's been on the inside. He's seen it. One of his writers, one of the writers is Alan Shipnuck. And Alan has, man, this guy's got so many sources, so many insights. He just recently wrote the book Live and Let Die on the live whole PGA thing. He wrote the book, the unauthorized autobiography of Lefty, of Phil Mickelson. And these are the guys who work with Matt Janella side by side. I mean, Matt Janella is the CEO of the Fire Pit Collective. Make sure, guys, if you want to hear a real podcast, make sure you check it out. All right, guys, right here we have our last episode that I'm going to be reviewing right here. She's a fan favorite of ours, kind of an unsung, maybe underground fan favorite. She right here, Jeremiah Sierra, a great team going to whoop some ass. Pop. I don't know, man. I think we just got too many dogs. We got too many dogs on the black side. I think old Dick Salinas, Uncle Dick Salinas, I think he's going to captain us to a victory right here. And right here, we have episode 123. Our favorite, our girl, UTSA 5th-year senior, NCAA regional, the San Antonio regional champion, individual champion right here that qualified for the NCAA individual championship held out there at Greyhawk right here.
To say that I've been able to surpass them. But lastly, and most importantly, I think this would be so awesome. I want to see my teammates go to nationals with me. I want to go as a team so bad. It's been great to be able to go with Coach Summer, but I don't need any more one-on-one time with Coach Summer anymore. I need my girls there with me. She's my girl too, but I really want them just to be there and experience it. I know that we can do it. These girls that are on my team, each and every one of them is so, so talented and so hardworking and I know everyone's capable of it. Like, I know deep down, and I truly believe that everyone's capable of going. And there's nothing more that I want than all of us to go to nationals together. So that's really what I want. And I hope they're listening so that way they can do it with me.
And that's great. And I think that's a sign of a great leader. And I think every year, I think your Coach Summer has asked maybe just something a little bit different out of you, right? I guess maybe every year you've been a part of this team. And it seems like that's something I spoke to when I had Summer on the show the last time, is that's one thing she wanted as well. And it seems like y'all's goals are kind of are lining up, right? That's one thing she said. She said she was so proud to have you out there and to see the Roadrunner flag out there flying out there at Greyhawk. But I think that's one thing she said she wants the most for her squad is she wants her team to experienced that same thing. And so when you say that,
Mhm.
I'm just like, is this little Summer? Is this little Summer over here talking? And it seems like, who do you like better on the bag? Do you like your dad or do you like Coach Summer on the bag?
My dad. I mean, I love Coach Summer, and I'm like, my dad, like right away. But my dad knows me so well, and if we've only grown like so as like a really good team. Like, of course, we're very similar. Me and Coach Summer are very similar too. Me and my dad are very similar, and we know each other so well that it can get hard at times. But I feel like as I've, especially these past few years, it's more of we're working together rather than anything else. So every decision is being made together. He's behind everything that I end up doing. Even if I don't necessarily agree with his thought, he always reminds me like, okay, commit, whatever you want to do, but commit to it. And I think also having my dad there, I just feel like I don't have to worry about anything else. Like, and it's not the best, but I let my guard down when I'm around my dad, because he's my person. So yeah, thinking about it, I get like emotional because he's my dad. So
oh, and I think the father, I got 2 daughters. I think the dad to father, the father to daughter relationship, man, why do you do this? Don't be doing this to me. This we're live here. We're live. And you're right. It can't be duplicated. That relationship is, and I love to hear that. Your dad's a great guy, a funny guy, and I think that's.
Thanks for asking that question. Gosh.
Don't worry, you look great. Cameron's a babe. She's a beauty and a beast out there on the golf course. We always appreciate her being on and giving us time because she is one of the most sought out golfers out here in the area. Not only because she's a hell of a player, she's a great person, and she's represented our city. Represented right there. You see right there in the back. I got my rowdies right there. She represents our school with great. She does it the right way right here. And I got my dude, Esteban. Esteban, miss you, my man. I really hope the team can make it to nationals. It would be ultimate solidifying statement for the legendary career for Cameron at UTSA. I totally agree. She's playing really hot right now. She's on her and the team are on a break. But congratulations to the team entering the spring semester. They are ranked 50th right now in the NCAA at Division I, and I know they just recorded for the fall semester a 3.35 GPA. So congrats to Coach Summer and all of the women UTSA golf team right here. I got my dog right here. I got my boy Ernie right here. Paga of Irving in the house right there. My dog. Let's see right here. Let's see. I don't want to fall over. I got you right here, man. I always right there, my dog. Ernie right here. Look, see that? Always representing my dude. Thanks so much, guys, for your support right here. We just want to kind of close things out with thanking several people from our FOREBROS golf tour right here. Don't forget, the first annual FOREBROS Tour Cup will be held January 6th and 7th, day 1. We have team play at Fort Sam at the beautiful La Loma course. Thank you to Brandon. And thank you to Robert, our guys right there. We have Brandon Ellis, the GM, and Robert Vasquez, the pro shop manager, have put a lot of TLC into that course. And man, to both of the courses, and they have that place running. Oh man, it's so great to see Loma and to see Fort Sam, to see Salado, to see Fort Sam where it should be. It's only getting better and better. And Brandon and Robert, thank you guys for your support for FOREBROS, and thank you for your support of the Nothing is Obi South Texas Golf Podcast. Man, that course is special, and it's got great bones, and it's finally getting in the right direction. It's because of those two guys. We'd like to thank our sponsors: Gold Level, Pedro Leyva with WDS Windows and Door Solutions right there. We want to thank our man Pedro. Thank you for your Gold Level sponsorship. And also we want to thank Ray Martinez of DKR Electrical Solutions. If you have any electrical needs, make sure you hit up our man Ray at 210-247-7812. That is Ray Martinez. Thank you for your support. And also we have our man right. Whoops, that's not the best one right here. We have our man right here, Steve Sepko for Crest Home Health. Guys, if you have any of your elders, any of your older family members that are in need of a home or in need of care, guys, Steve Sepko is super reliable. He's super trustworthy, guys, and he will take care of them. Crest Home Health is the place for them. They charge nothing out of pocket. They charge the insurance. And if you're looking for a hospice, or you're looking for somewhere where you trust and are not sure where to go, give our guy Steve Sepko a call right here, guys. All right, make sure you give him a call. He is super reliable, super trustworthy. Make sure you hit him up right here. Contact owner operator Steve Sepko from Crest Home Health at www.crestcare.com, a gold sponsor of the FOREBROS Tour Cup. All right, thank you, Steve, so much for your support. Also, we like to thank our man, once again, Brad Eischens from Metalstacks Precious Metals Collectors Club. He is a silver sponsor for the FOREBROS Tour Cup. Thank you, Brad, so much for your sponsorship. Also, I want to thank him because he's a gold sponsor for our show. Like I said, we don't have a lot of sponsors because, we want to make sure that this relationship is right. It's true. It's for both parties, and that we believe in the person and believe in the product and the person running the company right here. And Brad Eischens is a true example of that. Make sure you hit up my boy, Brad Eischens, for Precious Metal Collectors Club. They have the lowest pricing for gold and silver coins, rounds, bars online. They got 3 different options. Make sure you hit him up right here. I will put his info right here at the bottom. Make sure you get in touch with him. You can reach him at www.msbrad.com for more info. Hit him up on his Facebook page at msbrad. Also, you can reach him at 210-274-5894. Text Nothing Is OB to learn more. Brad, thank you so much for your sponsorship, your belief in FOREBROS, and your belief in the Nothing Is OB South Texas Golf Podcast. Hey, guys, don't forget FOREBROS Tour right here. We got February 3rd, one-man scramble out at Fort Sam. It's interesting right here. You get to play 2 balls. You get to play 2 shots. You get to play 2 shots from every one of the spots right here, and we take the lowest score. Also, we have one more right here. A special thank you to right here, this gentleman. Let me bring him out. Our first FOREBROS are right here. Oh, man. Let's see. We got to try to find him right here. We want to thank our dude, Noe. All right. Noe is our first FOREBROS Tour. He's the first FOREBROS Tour champion. We want to congratulate him. On his victory. Let's see right here. Noe, where are you at, Noe? I'm going to try to bring him. Man, right there. Let me see. Hey, I got him somewhere right here. There we go. Let's bring it up. Our dude. Noe, I'm looking for you. Don't worry, guys. We will bring it up here in a little bit. We will bring up Noe's picture right here. We're super thankful. Noe, congratulations to him. And hopefully we can bring his picture up. Man, I'm the worst right here. Let's see. No. Okay. So I'm going to try to bring it up right here. Let's see. Man, second place. Don't get no love. Jordan. Jordan. Don't say that, Jordan. I love you. Noe's crying right now. Well, Noe is going to be the first guest of 2024 right here. I will make sure to bring him on. Noe, don't say that. I love you. I'm thankful for you. Man, I got your picture right here. I don't know why it's not letting me. I don't know. Maybe it's the beard. Maybe it's the beard or something right here that's not allowing me to do it. We're going to try to bring him up here, and we will make sure to make a good posting of him. Right. Well, we'd like to shout out Noe Olivares Jr. He was our first FOREBROS Tour champion. Man, guy's a grinder. I saw him. He was up and down. Man, I think he really came all the way back. He really showed a lot of progress this year. And Noe, thank you so much for being a member and being our first champion right here for the FOREBROS Tour right here. Brad Eischens. Thank you to all the sponsors. Feels great to support such a great cause. Yes, Brad, we are so thankful to have you as our member and board member and a sponsor for the FOREBROS Tour Cup and Nothing Is OB South Texas Golf Podcast right here, guys. Last thing I'll close out with Thank you so much, guys, for all your support throughout the year. I really appreciate it, trying to put good stuff out there for you. Thank you to my FOREBROS sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors for the first annual FOREBROS Tour Cup. Thank you to Brad. Thank you to FOREBROS. And this is who I do everything for, guys. Merry Christmas. I know Christmas is past, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year from the Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast family, guys. I wish y'all nothing but health and success in this upcoming year. And I look forward to continually making memories out there with y'all. Thank you so much, guys, for your continued support of the podcast. It means the world to me. Nothing is OB.